I'm in a rush, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't give it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and our home team. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And the first play of the drive there is in. Complete.
Marlon Humphrey on recovery.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. He'll buy some time right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down, Ingram. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jackson on first down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On second down, it's Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, crunch.
On second down now, it's Ingram. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 31 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, and see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Rivers on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Gordon. A nice little juke. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check green 90, ground 80. Come on, let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Step round 80, green 80. Orange 5-4. Get that quarterback.
Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. A toss play, Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it. But how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They toss to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 70 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers rolling to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sliding out of the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the 27, Jackson flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. 22 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From just shy of midfield, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now left side on the swing pass. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Rivers. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Chopper!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Now maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a tie. Back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you.
Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
180, 390. Who that?
Throwing Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Let's go. Let's go.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll them. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Being chased out left. Roberts has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Roberts. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. That'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. Hey, Delta. Line 36. Line 36.
To the air again here, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll come out in the pistol. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Easy. Wait, 89.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. 78 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rivers now. Caught by Allen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Watch 36 to Mike.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
You ready? Check 37. Check 37. Check.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones. Bringing the lumber that time.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Rush in. Rush in. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He made Trump Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Badgley's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And not a whole lot lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, fourth quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore. That he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But his meeting, the head coach's meeting with the GM and the owner, that's going to be an interesting one because he's going to have to offer an explanation for this one. And how about the defense? They had to look across the field and go, that's the ultimate disrespect, isn't it?
Yep. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the night. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Going for it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.